tell me to have fun, will you?
Welcome to this week's edition of the Sit Down Marks podcast, live for the very first time on YouTube. Go check us out right now on YouTube, or go subscribe to our channel. Search the Sit Down Marks, and you can find us right there on YouTube. Welcome to the show, boys. How's everybody doing today?
Excellent.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Happy to be on the YouTubes.
I'm on a bit of a sugar high, so you're gonna have to calm me. I've eaten so many suckers that I might crash halfway through too and take a nap just right here. It's gonna be nap time.
Well, I mean,
I'll try not to though.
That'll be okay. Try not to bore our new viewers here. If you're watching for the first time or listening right now, here we go. Let's get this thing started. Let me introduce my panel to you. I am, first of all, your heel host, the Dirty Bird, always helping to spread the good word of wrestling. And I got a great panel here with me to help me do it each and every week. My co-host, first of all, from the land of the rattlesnake, Mr. Team Extreme himself, the editor and producer of the show, Primo, my man. What's going on, brother?
Hello. How is everyone? Hello. How are you doing?
Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Good to see everybody on this Wednesday.
Oh, you seem bummed.
No, I'm in a great mood.
All right, next up, the co-host, the babyface straight out of your mama's kitchen. If you don't know by now, this man is the master of the forearm chart. He is the assistant editor and producer, Mr. Rampage Shart, and also the reigning defending current sit-down Marks champion. He has received his trophy, and he's got a little Kurt on screen to go with him. What's going on, AJ?
He came in the mail. I was super excited. I was going to open him on air. I will say that our heel co-host there was very gracious in defeat. Maybe a nice sign in Simpsons font because he's a good guy, good friend. But look at that! Look at that guy! Look at that guy in his new home. I need to build him a shelf.
This is right now he's an orphan, and he's in foster care with AJ. He needs to come back to his real parents.
How dare you?
Oh man, I bet it is kind of like you lost one of your kids, and they've gone off to camp, but hopefully you can. Look at him.
He wants to give you a hug.
He does.
Come here, give Papa a hug.
All right, so as I mentioned, this is our first time on YouTube, so no other way than to do it right. Bring us in here, Big Beef.
It's the Beefster here. And I'm telling you, you better turn into the Sit Down Marks podcast with AJ, Dirty Bird, and Primo. And if you don't, Beef's going to have to hit you with that beefy bomb. Tune in, folks. They won't disappoint you.
Be disappointed, so... Old Beef there, man. He's got a big gash in his knee, man. He's going to be on the sideline here for a little while. He's missing a few dates on the indie scene, but he'll be back here very soon. So let's get this thing rolling today, man. As you can see right behind Primo, if you're watching, if you're not, as of today, is 59, inside of 60, 59 days away from the Royal Rumble, gentlemen, that we are attending, of course. So...
Less than 2 months.
Man.
I am ready.
Man,
I'm ready. The other day on the 29th, on November 29th, I was like, man, 2 months away. I was talking to my wife about it. It's like 2 months from now, I will be at the Royal Rumble.
Hell yeah. I'm going to be a child when we're there. Because again, never been to a pay-per-view.
It's my first pay-per-view and my favorite one of the year.
And you get a pass every time you go to a wrestling show. You get a pass to just act like a child and
act like a fool.
And just love, what you love about wrestling, man. So 59 days away till we're going to be in St. Louis. All right. So next up is the Pop of the Pod. If you're new, just listening or watching here the first time, the Pop of the Pod is where I like to bring in like some some old theme songs, old entrance songs, new bangers, out there, as the kids are saying that these wrestlers are coming to.
New bangers.
I've come across a lot of them different lately, but I'm gonna take a little different spin here for YouTube. I mean, because me and AJ, we're gonna spend a lot of time together this weekend. This is probably the first of many. So I thought, why not just piss AJ the fuck off? Like,
there we go. Get it started right.
Just right off the bat. Here's your pop of the pod, sucker. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He took off his headphones.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. It wasn't. No, actually, the pop of the pod is the girl that's been on fire. CM Punk said she has replaced MJF as one of the 4 pillars. You know her as Bret Baker. The doctor will see you now.
The doctor will see you now.
Theme song's called The Epic. You guys like that one, man?
I like that music.
Yeah.
By the way, I thought it would have been really funny if you're like, no, just kidding. Here's the real one, and then you play.
I'm an ass man.
Like I said, I got to spend a lot of time with AJ this weekend. So,
I'm an ass man.
So I wanted to, not piss him off too early.
Oh, I'll get you.
Just couldn't pass it up.
I'll get you.
So.
Yeah, seems
all right,
fine.
Primo, talk to us, man. What's going on this day in wrestling history and the wrestler birthdays for today?
This day in wrestling history, that's December 1st for all you marks out there. 1998 Raw taping in New Haven, Connecticut. We had Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mankind defeating The Undertaker and The Rock via disqualification. It's what went down post-match that really is of interest here, because they garnered heat with the USA Network when it was aired 6 days later. Mankind was handcuffed to the ropes, while Austin, in one of the company's most infamous moments, was handcuffed to a large-sized version of The Undertaker's logo and raised above the entrance ramp. Considering that Steve Austin was practically wrestling Jesus to many fans, the show's final image is exactly what you think it is. The Undertaker performing wrestling's version of a crucifixion.
Yes.
Wow. Yes, it was. Remember him being strung up there like he did it to a bunch of people. He ended up doing it like Stephanie?
Yeah, I did it to Stephanie.
That was the one where they really pushed the boundaries of religion and like the good, attitude there, man. I mean, that's
and I saw somewhere where like a Catholic group came after him.
Yeah, they were pissed.
Oh, wrestling!
Right.
I love it, man.
Garnering a reaction, that's for sure.
Yeah, ain't it?
2006. This was just kind of funny because at the end, the last sentence is the funniest part. 2006, Vince Russo, Jeremy Borash, where'd he go? And the Voodoo Kin Mafia, one of AJ's favorite stables, the Voodoo Kin Mafia.
Fuck right off.
Crash a WWE house show in Knoxville, Tennessee. The TNA film crew filmed vignettes at the event that would air on a future episode of Impact.
Fucking Vince.
Voodoo Kin Mafia did have tickets to the show, and they took their place in the upper level of the show to take in the remainder after they filmed their vignettes. However, no one in the WWE acknowledged TNA's presence in the building.
Fuck you, TNA. I love that because that's like Vince Russo being like, "Oh no, it'll be great. We're gonna be so edgy and badass," and then no one gives a fuck.
Hey, WWE's like, "Who the fuck is? What are you doing?"
It's a total no sale.
I know, like,
it's a total no sale.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
they weren't even like, "Get the fuck out of here." They were just nothing. Like, not.
Like, come on, like really? Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's so insulting. I love it.
Yeah. So birthday wrestlers, I went ahead and broke it down for the whole week here. We got 1987, Feel the Glow with Naomi.
She's older than I expected her to be.
I'm on fire, boy.
Older than I thought she was. 1984, Brooke Tessmacher, Miss Tessmacher.
Crickets.
Former knockout champion.
No, I like it. Yeah. I don't know what to say about her. But wait a minute. Robbie
Knockouts.
E's ex-wife. That's about all I know about her, I think.
That's more than I know about her.
1982. Woo! Jake Hager.
Jake Hager. That's someone that I thought was a bit younger.
We the people.
82? Yeah, I guess I thought he was more. Wait, that can't be right.
82. Yeah, 82.
No, that's
I guess.
That's Jack Swagger.
Be more like 92. I thought he was younger than me. 1980. Victor from the Ascension.
Yes, that seems about right. Wait, which one was Victor? The little one or the big one?
Victor's the smaller one.
And the bigger one was
Connor.
Connor. Yes.
There we go. Yep.
I love that when they were doing stuff with the Fashion Files with Breezango.
Oh,
I thought
God.
I thought they were
Fashion Files was
hilarious.
Breezango was awesome. 1973. Christian Cage.
That seems about right.
One of the
God,
Cage.
he's so
one of the Cage
old.
families. One of the Cage
One of
family
the mini
members.
Cages. They're gonna form the Cage faction.
Yes, their cousins are the
And they're
Pages.
gonna have
The
the
Pages,
Pages
yeah.
inside of the cage.
Pages in the pages. I love
It's
it.
like Hatfields and McCoys. The Cages and the Pages.
1968. We got Hayabusa.
Ah,
I
like
thought you
Pro-
would have been way older than that.
You mean like from
I have no
Nintendo
gauge
Pro
for ages.
Wrestling?
Do
Nintendo
what?
Pro
Oh
Wrestling.
yes, Hayabusa.
He had that
Didn't he
high
do
skull
that?
kick.
He was
Yeah,
the
Oh,
one
that
that
was what it was. Yes.
He was the one that got hurt. And then wasn't it on Dark Side that we saw that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was. Yeah.
1966. 66.
60 ick.
60. Well, I said ick because of who it is. It's John Bradshaw Layfield.
Oh yeah, stick with the ick.
Air wrestling.
God.
Friday night, Michael.
Now, when I was younger,
Black
I
out!
liked Bradshaw, like the older version of Bradshaw, like the Texas ass kicker. He'd go up, he'd get the cow. I thought that was
Yeah.
cool.
My favorite's
Well, you were from
Acolytes.
Texas, so
Yeah, I love
us,
the
us
Acolytes,
here in
too.
the northern states, we're like, this is
That's
fucking
the
stupid
best.
tonight.
Him and
I
Ron
hate
Simmons,
JBL.
Farouk, Ron
Yeah.
Simmons.
I like that. Be playing poker, smoke cigars in the back.
Yeah.
People come pay him money to go whoop some ass.
Acolyte.
I
Protection
did
Agency.
like the APA.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
great.
I thought they were pretty cool.
I like his gimmick. Like, I liked him as a wrestler.
Yeah. You have to admit, though, I mean, put everything aside, just like Hogan, what we know about him. You know what I mean? Like, him and Eddie was gold, man.
Oh, yeah.
Bradshaw and JBL and Eddie. Whew.
Do you remember when Bradshaw went to the border?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I don't.
That
I'm
didn't-
glad I
that
don't
did-
remember.
That didn't age well. None of
It
that
did not
aged
age well at all. That's what I'm saying. The stuff they used to do. Anyway,
Different times.
1964, Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yes.
Hell yeah! I wish I
Yeah.
could hold my printer up
Love-
so I could show the sticker.
love
It's
you,
right
Shin.
there, right there.
Yeah, mine's on my computer. I can't do that either, but yeah.
The
Legend,
only
man.
one without,
I was
without a Thunder Liger sticker.
I bought
Yes, you did.
AAW tickets like without knowing anything about the card one time, man. Not kidding. Me and Adam both, and not knowing anything about the card, which is always kind of fun for me too. You know what I mean? And they announced Liger, and it was like one of his last USA runs, and I got to see him.
That's
front
very
row.
cool.
It was amazing, dude. I tell you what, though. The longest entrance theme music of anybody in the history of the world. I swear to God, I felt like that thing ran for 10 minutes before we seen a stitch of his clothing come out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it kept going. It's like anime, you know?
Last two
I think
here.
that's what maybe what it's going for.
Couple of old men. 1949.
I was going to say, you better say older than me.
No. See, now we don't even make the old jokes anymore. You make them for us, which is just,
The King,
this is
Jerry
nice.
Lawler.
Ah, the king.
Nice.
Speaking
I'm
of
the king of Memphis, Tennessee.
about knowing stuff about a wrestler and putting it to the side as he's another,
that's a big
he's
one
another
that
big
you-
candidate. Yep.
Yes. Just
1942.
Ignore the things.
All the way in 42. How old would, if he's not with us anymore, but
He would be 80 or 79.
just about, yeah. Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh,
Mean Gene. Gene Mean.
Wow.
And
Mean
that
Gene.
is
He's
this
the best
day in
in the
wrestling
business.
history.
I mean, you think like all the historical stuff that Gene was a part of, the mega powers, like, the big promos, like, holy cow, man. Like, just his voice was,
Put
like,
that cigarette out.
I swear every
yes.
like
We're live, pal.
in the 2000s, every documentary I watched would have him hosting it.
Yeah, because he was the best.
Yeah.
Best ever.
I love too
Okay.
when they're in the middle of cutting a promo and Sid Vicious he's like, oh no man, I'm stopped. We're gonna start over. Mean Gene goes, we're live, pal.
We're live, pal.
Yeah, and then he cuts right back into it.
Can we go back to Jeremy Borash for a second? Where the fuck is Jeremy Borash?
That's what I said. Where is he?
He's probably
great.
being a statistician for somebody, man, or something. You know, he's probably
He
doing
just
something in
disappeared.
wrestling. I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe look it up, see where he is.
Since
That's
like what 10 years ago or so.
Yeah,
TNA.
pretty awesome, man. Well, AJ, what's going on wrestling in the headlines? And I'm sure you got a movie of the week for us, sir.
Funny that you mentioned that. Well, let's do the news and notes first.
Whose game is it?
You know,
Whose
it
game
is.
is
It is AJ's game, baby. Wait, hold on. Got him.
it? How long's the reign?
It has been fucking 9 days? 8 days. No, what day is today? The 1st. I got him on the...
Primo just Razor Ramon toothpicked at the camera.
Primo's not on board. Hold on, so if today's Tuesday, even though it's Wednesday...
You wanted a Survivor Series, so...
Fuck yeah.
Anyway.
You don't have to count days when the championship is eternal, basically. Like the individual days don't matter.
It's like 10 days.
I mean, we'll see when we get there.
I was helping you. It's 10 days. I think.
10 days. Hey, Primo.
There you go.
Hey, Primo. It's AJ's game, baby.
It's AJ's game.
So, news and notes. We'll start off with a lighthearted one. Nia Jax, real name Lena Fanine. Is that how you pronounce her name?
Yeah, she was like, "That's my real name, idiots."
Yeah, she is.
I'm not
apparently,
like most girls.
She's teasing retiring from professional wrestling altogether. Which I can't say that. When I read that, I was like, "Oh, now who's going to hurt everyone when they're wrestling with you?" But it's still kind of sad. She's fun to dislike. She really is. And so
He's a heel.
She's awful. I hate her. But I will miss her if she decides to retire. Another one that we'll talk more about later, so I'm just going to skim over it really quick. There is major heat both backstage and with the fans with WWE for their real life use of the recent firings in a couple of segments.
Yes.
That they aired. There are a lot of not happy people that they decided to work those real life things into storyline. Of course, we're referring to like the 80 fucking people that have been fired this year from WWE.
Yeah.
But again,
Edge mentioned it. Yeah, Edge mentioned it, and who else?
And then Liv Morgan mentioned
Liv Morgan.
it.
Yeah,
I saw somewhere that they I haven't confirmed this. I just happened to see it that they deleted part of that segment. Like when they transferred it to Hulu or something. Yeah.
That would not surprise me because people were pissed about it. Like even like the wrestlers backstage where I don't know which ones. I tried to find which ones, but of course they wouldn't say. So yeah, we'll get more into that later.
And you can't really be mad at the wrestlers, right? Because they're saying what's written.
I mean,
unless they're kind of going off the cuff, maybe and shoot from the hip a little bit, maybe.
I don't think Edge would do that.
I was gonna say, I don't know. With Liv, that seemed a little more, in the script.
Personal?
With Edge, it seems like he could have said that. He's one of the guys that could get away with it. I guess is what I'm saying. That they would be like, yeah, okay, pushing the boundaries a little bit. Okay, cool, you're Edge, all right, but. Yeah,
they're not gonna do anything to Edge. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
no, that was Liv's best promo ever in the world she's ever had ever. That was. We'll talk about that later. That's one of the main topics with WWE this week. But yeah, pretty wild.
I can't even recall her ever giving a promo. So I mean, it's the one I remember.
Right.
So this is interesting too, going along with all those firings. According to Dave Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer Radio, this is where I get a lot of these nudes. Nudes? Yes, Dave Meltzer sends me some.
AJ
That's what happens when you become the champ. Apparently, I didn't get
breaking
those.
news.
All of these perks.
We don't want to know if you get them back from him. That's what we don't.
Oh no, he's the one who sends them. And
I'm gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, these are all kinds of perks. I'm surprised you never knew about Primo. It's you were missing out. So the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer reports that wrestlers, and this goes along with Liv saying that, talking about Becky's fat contracts, blah blah blah. Wrestlers in WWE are actually woefully underpaid when compared to the amount of revenue they bring into the company. And he mentions Becky Lynch and Brock Lesnar specifically. Because if you figure out if you say UFC fighters, the amount of revenue they bring in, they make so much money from that. Whereas at WWE, that percentage is way, way lower than the amount of revenue that they actually bring into the company. So Dave Meltzer argues that wrestlers are woefully underpaid, which I found really interesting. Like he even mentions like Roman Reigns. He's like, Roman Reigns, with all the business that he didn't say fucking, I'm paraphrasing, but with all the business that he brings in, he makes like 2% of the amount of money he brings to Vince McMahon and WWE. So it was a really cool little article, and I highly recommend going and finding it and checking it out. It makes WWE seem like an evil entity, which is a bit sad. I don't want to think of WWE like that, but yeah. So up next we have rumor Wyndham Rotunda definitely not going to Impact.
Where's he going?
I don't know. Not
Impact.
though.
How do you know? How do you know not Impact? What makes you say not Impact?
Someone tweeted about it. I tried to confirm it too, but I couldn't do that. So that's just a rumor.
Okay, I see.
That's what I have for news and notes. However,
let's hear about this shitty movie you watched this weekend.
Tis the season.
Are we in Christmas movie mode?
We are in Christmas movie mode right now. And I thought I would start
Christmas movie.
Primo, this one is actually for you since you sent it to me. I watched Santa with Muscles starring Hulk Hogan and his wonderful Billy Idol wig. He had a wig on. It was like all square, blonde, and amazing. So, this Santa with Muscles, Hulk Hogan plays evil millionaire Blake Thorne, who sells like health products and like protein powders and stuff, who bonks his head and then is convinced that he's Santa Claus.
Oh
my God, it's so great. There are points in this movie where I laughed legitimately, like out loud, like 5 or 6 times. It is the dumbest. Okay, I need to say that you're probably learning about this about me. I love bad movies. I love them. I get so entertained by bad movies.
Yes, we know this by now.
This one was
obvious.
This is one of the best bad movies I have ever seen.
The best bad.
At one point, Santa Hulk pushes a child, and then for fun pushes his dad. Like he shoots cops with paintball guns, and then the cops shoot him back with like a shotgun, and it's amazing. Magic crystals make an orphanage explode. Like it's amazing. I do not recommend it because unless you like, bad movies. If you like bad movies like me, go watch it. Also,
should be the ending to all of your movie ratings.
Oh my God!
I don't recommend it, but if you want to go watch a bad movie,
go. This one is definitely worth. It's only like an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, and it's
your goal this month is to give the people an actual good movie to watch for Christmas or something. Like, give them a legit one to watch.
Nacho Libre.
Featuring a wrestler?
Yeah. It could be about wrestling.
The first Marine was not bad.
With John Cena?
John Cena. Oh, by the way, Santa with Muscles was Mila Kunis' very first film role. She's in it. She's like 12 years old. It's fucking weird seeing little child Mila Kunis. Oh, by the way, he finally realizes that he's not Santa. Spoiler alerts. And he has a change of heart.
Because Tim Allen is.
Tim Allen is. Well, Tim Allen is like regular Santa. Hulk Hogan is Santa with muscles.
With muscles. Actually, okay.
Like one of the little orphans. Nope.
Orphanins.
Orphanins.
Like,
it's like cinnamon.
She alters his Santa outfit so it's like wrestling gear. So she like cuts the sleeves off it. He's like wearing
Santa.
Well, and then the pants turn into like wrestling jocks. It's the fucking funniest thing of all time. I love it. Go watch it. I'm gonna think of more jokes about this because I'm like, no, I won't need to write them down. I'll just say them, and then I forgot and have them. So yeah, that's amazing, amazing.
All right, let's get to the fan shout out of the week. If you want to get a shout out here on the pod, hit us up on Twitter at @SitDownMarks and let us know when and where you listen to the podcast, and we will shout you out on the pod. Today's shout out, boys, comes from Jeff. Said he lives in Southern Indiana, listens to us at work, and appreciates the kind of, he said, different banter that we have amongst each other. So thank you, Jeff, for listening to the show, man. Say hey to Jeff, boys.
Hey, Jeff. Thank
Jeff
you
Ray.
very much, by the way. That's awesome. Every time we do one of these, I like mark out for ourselves. I'm like, yeah.
Very cool.
Like,
yep.
it's very cool. It's a very cool thing. So thank you, Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
All right, let's get to the show today. Boys, we're going to talk about what's happened in the week of wrestling, of course. Coming up this weekend is officially Mark's weekend. We're sponsoring 2 shows, Iron Spirit Pro on Friday night in Normal, Illinois, and Zawa Live Wrestling Saturday night in Sterling, Illinois. We're going to be talking about both of those. And then we're going to be bringing in Hartenbauer, who is the Zawa champion right now. He's coming in to talk to us. We had a great interview with him, so we'll be bringing that in on the pod here later. And then today's Dropkick discussion is going to be the first ever Mark's mock draft. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drafting here with we're going to draft 7 singles wrestlers today as if we were starting a promotion. And we're going to build that up every month. We're going to bolster our roster and see which there's different angles and rules to this. So we'll get to that later. So, and then today, officially AJ's first episode as champion here on YouTube, our first episode too. So if you're watching, thank you guys. We appreciate it so much, or listen right now. Primo, I'll tell you what, man.
Only took 40 episodes.
Big episode. This is a big episode. This is what the people wanted.
Number 40, yep. Let me get to everybody first. Let me thank our sponsor, Coastland Apparel. Use promo code BIRDTV for 15% off of your order. And also want to thank everybody listening right now on all the podcast platforms, mainly iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Prime Music, Audible, and SportsWire online radio, Fridays at 6:15, right before the Thomas Bryce Show and throughout the week. If you like the pod, please tell a friend and leave us a great 5-star review on whatever platform you listen from. Primo, let the masses know where they can get that Mark's merch coming up. It's Christmas time, man. It's time to get those gifts.
Hey, masses. So it's Primo here. I want to talk to you about
love it when you say that.
The merch that you
masses.
can get for Sit Down Marks. I want you to stun Christmas with our exclusive Christmas merch online right now at tpublic.com/stores/sitdownmarks. That's tpublic.com/stores/SITDOWNMARKS. Help us out and stun Christmas and get your Sit Down Marks merch today.
That reminds me.
Right.
Look at this guy.
Let's see what we got. We got a new shirt.
Whoa,
AJ just got his Stun
He's
Christmas
stunning
shirt
Christmas.
in. There it is.
Hell
We're going to
yeah.
be rocking those this weekend. We got a lot to talk about here. Let's get to it here. The weekly recap. We're going to get started here. I want to kick things off here with what's going on in the independent wrestling scene in and around America and the Midwest here. We got a few shows coming up this weekend, December the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th here. All right, so Sunday, December the 5th is Glory Pro Wrestling, 3 p.m. December to Remember, South Broadway Club Athletic Club in St. Louis. Scott Steiner is going to be there, amongst others. Also, Friday, December the 3rd, Action Wrestling in Tyrone, Georgia. Pretty cool name of the card here. It's called Bangers Only 2. Is AC Mack. Daniel McCabe is going to be there. Brett Eisen. So going to be a good show down there. If you're in the Tyrone, Georgia area, get down there to that show. Saturday night, December the 4th, Freelance Underground. You're going to shoot your eye out champ Calvin Tankman is going to be there in Itasca, Illinois. Man, I love it, man. It's that time of year, and I'm waiting for the season's beatings.
There's one every year.
There's one every year. Waiting to see it. Yep.
I do like you're going to shoot your eye out, though. I think that's the best one I've heard so far.
It is. And then, let's see, December the 4th, TWE in the TWE Arena down there around Chattanooga. Daniel Makabe returns down there. I'm sure Adam's probably going to check that show out. And then this Friday, Iron Spirit Pro in Normal, Illinois. The show's called Back to Normal. That's one of the shows that we are sponsoring, so we're going to be there for that, talking about that one more later. Zawa Live Pro Wrestling, December the 4th, this Saturday night. Also, the Marks are going to be there sponsoring this one as well. 6 o'clock, Sterling, Illinois. Bring a toy, Toys for Tots. It's going to be a big show there. Dreaming of a Fight Christmas is the name of that one. And then also, I want to plug here next week. Me and the boys just had a really cool talk with Rabbi Jeremy Fine, who is the creator, promoter, and founder of Second Wrestling. They're running their first show December the 12th. It's a brand new promotion. Colt Cabana is going to be there. Bessie's in the World. Billy Starks, Eric Cannon. They got a beautiful new belt that they're going to have a tournament for. That show is going on December the 12th in Northbrook, Illinois. It's an all-ages show. Rabbi Jeremy Fine came on the show. We just talked to him, and that show will be we'll have that interview on the pod next week. So it was really cool to talk to Rabbi Jeremy, right, guys?
It was awesome. He is a fascinating guy. Just listening to him tell stories about his life is kind of amazing. Like
he's did a lot of cool stuff, man.
It was amazing.
Yeah, and he's starting to wrestle.
He was really cool.
He's a neat dude.
Yeah,
really.
And then just because. Like it's not just a wrestling promotion. He's working it within he's making it a community thing. It's really cool.
Yep. All right. So there's other shows going on in Wisconsin. Blizzard Brawl is coming up, and then also I wanted to run over this Saturday night, December the 4th. NWA comes back with Hard Times 2. Their pay-per-view is going to be on Fight TV this Saturday night. Trevor Murdoch is putting up the belt against Mike Knox. We also got Nick Aldis versus Thomas Latimer, and then also Mickey James.
Hardcore Country
is scheduled to be in action. Gotta get Mickey on the indie run.
I wanted to give you a good one on there.
I love it how it takes you longer each time. It's a bigger pause.
It's a dramatic pause now.
I wasn't expecting
pause.
her on the indie shout out.
Right, yeah. Well, didn't have anything for Impact today because of Thanksgiving filler that they did, so I had to get her in there. So, all right, so let's get to what we watched on TV last week, which was the week of Thanksgiving. AJ is just going to give us the highlights of what was going on in AEW, Dynamite, and Rampage. We got a new format here where we're going to bring you more of the bullet points and highlights of what's going on, a little less of the filler and that kind of stuff, and just bring you all that what's going on. So AEW was fucking huge last week, man.
Oh my god! So they had another I'm really getting sick of saying this is the best episode of Dynamite I've ever seen. This is the best episode of Dynamite I've ever seen. Blah, blah, blah. But this is the best episode of Dynamite I've ever seen. First of all, it had the feud that we've been asking for. It's right when CM Punk returned. We're he's got to go against MJF. That'll be the greatest thing ever. And last week, they teased it, but Punk didn't say a word, which is great. But this week, holy fuck, they had a mic battle, and it was one of the greatest things. It was one of the greatest periods of 20 minutes that I have ever witnessed in wrestling history. It was so good.
You could have cut it off after that promo.
I watched that promo at least 3 times.
Yep. And so my favorite line in the entire thing, and there was just good line. I was zinger, zinger, zinger.
Oh, absolutely.
My favorite one was so before I said one of my favorite insults of all time is when Bill Murray and Chevy Chase were on Saturday Night Live. It was the first season or something like that, and everyone hated Chevy Chase and Bill Murray. And have you guys heard about that feud that they had when they were on? No? Cool. Okay, so Bill Murray and Chevy Chase hated each other. And when they got into this argument backstage, Bill Murray looks at Chevy Chase and goes, yo, you're nothing but a medium talent. And I think that is the most insulting thing that anyone could say to another person because it's so goddamn real. Like, to be like, you're not untalented because you're on SNL, obviously. You're a medium talent. So that's why Bill Murray's a legend. However, CM Punk, to get back to this promo, calls MJF a less famous Miz, which was like the greatest thing I have ever heard anyone say. He's like, you are nothing but a less famous Miz. So not only did
Miz, yeah,
he threw shit at WWE, which they did a lot in this promo. Or MJF says that he's gonna verbally beat CM Punk faster than his UFC career, which was also hilarious.
Yes, it was.
He compares him to John Cena and
you can't see me, man.
You can't see me, man. He calls him CM Punky at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he says, listen here, Punky.
Listen here, Punky.
PG Punk.
Good stuff. God, it was so good.
And then CM Punk was also like, you're my jealous fan. I'm in your head.
Yeah, MJF stands for my jealous fan.
My jealous fan.
Yeah.
Proven by the fact
I love it. Promos to me are great when they're pushing real boundaries. That's what made this so good to me.
It was amazing. I could have watched both of these guys go another 20 minutes.
For sure.
CM Punk is like, I'm in your head. That's why you still have my poster on your wall. Because there's like this famous, famous to us, picture of MJF with the, when he was a kid and he has a CM Punk poster on his wall. It was unbelievable. Like this is why CM Punk.
He said I was winning championships while you were marking out for Rosie O'Donnell.
Marking out for Rosie O'Donnell.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep. Punk told him that he didn't realize that he's been replaced as one of the 4 pillars of AEW by Bret Baker.
By Bret Baker. God, he also talked about
so good.
How it must have pissed him off that he went after Darby Allin initially because Darby Allin is the heart and soul of AEW, and Punk is, and MJF is basically nothing. It's amazing. I highly recommend going in.
Yeah, it's
20 minutes long, and it is 20 minutes of just pure wrestling goodness.
The only thing I thought they left on the table was maybe about MJF not wrestling very much. Punk should have said, oh, well, I've wrestled more coming back than you have the whole time you've been here. Which what I mean? Like,
there was a line that made CM Punk kind of laugh a little bit. Did you guys see that? Oh, it was the
and they were in Chicago too, so it made us all the better.
Yes, they were in Chicago. MJF says, it's weird that someone straight edge looks like so much like a meth addict.
Yeah.
God, yeah. I know.
That was hilarious.
I know. That's when got a smirk out of him, and he kind of like, yeah. Oh,
he's
my God.
He's like, you're kind of right.
So good, man. That was so good.
It was awesome.
That was so great. Yeah.
And yeah, like after 30 what you said, like after this, you could have shut it off and been done.
Yeah. Like, how are you supposed to watch wrestling after that?
But then he had a match. CM Punk had a match, and he beats the shit out of QT Marshall. And it was a good match, too. So, another thing I want to talk about is the Bryan Danielson heel turn. At first, I was not on board with said heel turn. Now I am. I think Bryan Danielson as like a ruthless, I'm going to just stomp your face in every week heel is amazing. He has a match with Colt Cabana, who inducted us into the Dark Order. Knocks his tooth out.
Unbeknownst to him. I'm sure he doesn't.
Unbeknownst to him, yeah.
Oh, no, he has no idea. But we
did do it with him live in Chicago.
We waited for him to respond.
Yes. Right. We did it for a good 5 minutes before he did it back.
I'd like to go back and watch that AAW footage. That was just standing there.
Yeah, it's us standing. You can see us standing there like...
This is happening. We're going to wait.
We clawed for a long time.
Yeah, we did claw for most of the time. So, again, Colt Cabana is from Chicago as well. So, Bryan Danielson's thing right now is he's going through the Dark Order, and he's just going to beat everyone in their hometowns because they're doing like a tour of Dark Order hometowns.
Until he gets to Adam, right? That's what's the plan, until he gets to Adam.
Yes. And it's I actually think that he might be taking the belt off of Adam. Maybe. I mean, how do you not at this point? He's so good. So, yeah, Bryan Danielson beats the absolute shit out of Colt Cabana and knocks his tooth out. Tooth?
Yeah.
Tooth.
That one tooth.
He not only...
And he showed it to him, too. He's like,
he showed it to him.
Yeah.
Like, first he, pointed at it, and then he, picks it up. Oh,
he talked about it, too, afterwards, I think.
Yeah, he talked about it on the mic. Amazing.
It's great.
Okay, so... Sting and Darby Allin, they had a thing with the Gunn Club. I will say, this will be the only compliment that I ever give Billy Gunn. He is in amazing shape for being 55 years old or something.
I know, man. I mean, he looks
a
the same
freaking physical specimen.
Yeah,
he's
he looks the same as he ever did, man. Is this when they wrestled the damn Bear Country or whatever?
Yeah, Bear Country, which is my favorite tag team.
Your boys. We haven't seen
Bear
them since
Country.
We haven't seen them since they were anointed as your favorite.
Nor should we see them ever. Right. The fact that they're in existence is good enough. Oh, they got jobbed the fuck out by the Gunn Club. So, the last thing I want to talk about, and again, all kinds of stuff happened, and I'm like, Cody Rhodes had a great, not Cody Rhodes himself. Well, he had a great moment because he was in the tag with Pac and the Lucha Bros against Andrade and Aleister Black and blah, blah, blah. And I just blah, blah, blah to FTR. By the way, that's terrible. But he throws his, as he does, he throws his weightlifting belt into the crowd, into the hostile Chicago crowd. And they huck it right back at him.
He ought to know better, man. Chicago
I think he played into it perfectly after they hucked it back. So he had to have known that they were going to.
Yeah, just give it to a kid ringside. Don't do that because you're going to get it back. Man, let me tell you a quick story. One time I went to I'm 75% sure that it was an AAW show. Cody was going to be there. He was on the card. So anyway, he comes out and cuts this heel promo that Heat's ketchup on his hot dog, poking at the Chicago fans, because they, it's like a fucking sin out here to put ketchup on on a Chicago dog. Which
do not put ketchup on a Chicago hot dog.
I do because I'm not from here, so I don't give a shit. But
fuck it.
Wait, so what do you put on? What do you put on a Chicago hot dog?
Oh my god!
All that goes on a hot dog is ketchup and mustard or chili and cheese.
Chili and cheese is acceptable.
Ketchup. I used to think the same thing until I moved out here. But
no, Chicago hot dog, relish,
awesome.
Pickle spear, tomato, mustard.
It's too much.
Never, ever.
Poppy seed bun though. It's got to be like a poppy seed.
Gotta have a poppy seed bun.
Poppy seed bun. Yeah. But yeah, so he cuts this promo that he eats ketchup, everybody's like, boo, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of the match, he's like, I'm just kidding. He tries to get the babyface rub. He's like, I'm just kidding. I hate ketchup. It's the worst. That shit's for kids. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was funny. So, I don't know. I just feel like anytime I've been around Cody in whatever kind of setting, other than AEW, the time he cut the promo on MJF in Champaign, Illinois, when I was there, it seems like they just didn't like him. So,
yeah, no, he's not popular around these parts. That match was super entertaining too, by the way. But it doesn't really matter. It was a bunch of nonsense. What does matter that I want to talk about is Bret Baker again.
The doctor will see you now.
She loses semi-clean on Rampage.
Yeah,
Riho pins her. This has got to be the first that she gets and I'm glad it was to Riho too. I feel like Riho is going to be a good challenge.
First ever women's champ.
She was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she was.
I don't think she should put the belt back on Riho though. I don't.
No, but I like that Riho,
formidable opponent,
got her win back finally.
I
like Riho a lot.
They got a pretty big women's roster, and when you think about it, and people coming back, and they building this TBS Women's Championship, so they got a pretty nice roster there. So, when was Bobby Fish?
That was Rampage. Bobby Fish and Adam Cole.
Yes, Fish did that Falcon Arrow.
Yeah,
off the top rope was nuts.
Pretty.
And then Eddie won. Eddie won the main event, didn't he? Eddie won the main event of Rampage this week.
It wasn't the main event. It was the kickoff.
Oh, okay. I remember it was
against
on Rampage,
Daniel Garcia, who again, just everywhere and should be. There's one more thing. Dante Martin Swerve signs with Team Taz. I was like,
Yeah.
Leo Rush is just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Leo Rush is like, wait.
No. Did you guys see the joke about Sin Hook? Remember, because Hook basically hasn't done anything, and like he basically got like Hobbs to sign because he handed him the thing, and he got it was somebody else, and now like they're like send Hook to get the job done. Send Hook, and now he's got Dante Martin. Yes,
that's all he's good for.
Yeah, it's presenting contracts and snacks. He gave Dante Martin a snack.
Nice
before they walked out. But yeah, AEW. So Britt Baker lost. She already has a number one contender for a match. I don't know why, because Riho now gets a shot at Britt Baker for the women's championship. So that booking didn't really make much sense to me, because now Britt Baker has a line of. I guess that's how it should be, though. Shut up, AJ. You're stupid. I just argued myself out of my own point.
When 2.0 cornered Eddie Kingston backstage while he was sitting down.
Just sitting at catering.
You want a piece of it?
I feel like that the coffee throw was kind of screwed up a little bit.
It looked like it, yes.
And it couldn't have been like scalding, obviously, but it was like it kind of went all up on his shirt and his face.
Yeah.
That would have pissed me off in real life.
I know, like if that would have happened, I would like, I'm gonna actually.
It's like, yeah, I might actually murder you now.
It's a great week for AEW. Like it really was. Just the CM Punk and MJF promos. Go watch. Awesome.
Yep. Was good stuff. All right, so Risley right now would be where I'm jumping here with Impact Wrestling. It was Thanksgiving filler. Basically, they're doing this Wrestle House 2 again, where they're putting all the wrestlers back in there. So yeah, I ain't cover that, man. Just wasn't really into wrestling. So let's move on to Primo to go over what's happened in WWE this week, and then he's going to run over the War Games card for this coming Sunday is WWE War Games. So Primo, WWE.
I really like the graphic for the NXT War Games. Did you guys see that? Where on one side they have like the NXT versus the NXT 2.0, and one is all gold and black
and gold.
Yeah,
I
thought that was
cool. That'd be a cool poster.
Yeah, it would be. Sorry, Primo.
Time for the dub. The double. Smacking it down. Smacking it down, baby. The whole show is centered around rumors surrounding Brock Lesnar's potential return. Roman Reigns addresses these rumors and addresses the number one contender battle royale, basically saying it's a joke and it's irrelevant. He's like, I'll just put a couple of them out here. I'll fight them. Sami Zayn actually wins the battle royale. Jeff Hardy originally wins, but not really, because Sami Zayn was never eliminated. He comes in and throws Jeff Hardy out. Sami Zayn wins the battle royale, becomes the new number one contender at the end of the night. However, afterwards, because the whole night, Kayla Braxton was like on this mission to find out if the rumors about Brock Lesnar coming back are true. And just coincidentally, at the end of the show, she reveals that Brock Lesnar suspended. She's like talking to Sami Zayn. She's like, "Oh, hold on. Let me." It's like she's a secret spy. She has a little earpiece in. She's like, "This just in: Brock Lesnar's suspension has been lifted, and he will be here next week on SmackDown." As SmackDown Smacking It Down goes off the air, we see the Bloodline backstage looking shook.
We the ones.
So what do you think they're going to do with the whole Brock Lesnar thing? Are they taking this all the way to WrestleMania?
No, taking it to Rumble.
Yeah, I think Rumble.
We're going to see Brock at Rumble?
No. Yeah, Brock Roman at Rumble, and then Rock Roman Mania.
Oh, you think
I don't know.
Yes, that's all they got, man.
That's all they got left.
That's all they got in the pockets. I'm going all in.
So in 59 days we will be there.
Yeah.
How crazy if you heard that music come out?
With the Rock's music, I would flop on the ground and have a seizure.
I might cry.
I would do that too and poop. All three of those things just.
Hey, that's what's so great. That's what's so great about wrestling, and then the Rumble too, man. But if AJ Styles wins the Royal Rumble,
I would shit my pants for that too.
I mean, that'd be great too. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
like I feel like the only way we see The Rock is if he wins the Rumble, and that puts
The
him
Rock.
against Roman. Rock, yes, like
Yeah, I feel like
if he comes in like 29th or 30th.
The trend has been here lately. Roman beats Superstar. He is celebrating. Out comes next Superstar.
Yeah. So, but I mean, AJ could still win and then challenge Big E.
Yeah.
So
I did win.
And he's
Look,
on
it's
Raw.
right here.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, look, this proves my win.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm saying The Rock is the only one that grabs.
I like how you are just going with my pick there, AJ.
Well,
I mean, it's a good pick.
It's a scenario. That's a scenario. I mean, I do think it's a great pick, but it is a scenario. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of forgot about. First of all, there being 2 damn championships, so I was like, whoa, but I don't know. I just feel like The Rock is the one that's going to put them in the forefront again.
Do they have enough women on the roster to do a Royal Rumble? Because they've been doing the Royal Rumble. Because they got to do the NXT people in it too, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And they'll bring back Kelly,
Molly Holly.
Oh yeah, the legends.
Yeah.
Not
Mickey James though.
Yeah.
Not Mickey James.
Santina.
Beth.
Santina,
I was gonna say that. Well, let's get to this. Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. Edge has returned, but so is The Miz. The Miz has returned also, which I was super hyped for. Obviously, new feud
with
coming
Maurice.
Coming here. Maurice has also returned. Well, that's not in my notes, but okay, we'll talk about it.
She came out with him. I wasn't even looking at him. I was like,
Mrs.
oh, Maurice is back.
I mean, yeah, I like Maurice too, but
We just downplayed the shit out of her coming back.
I know, like Maurice Miz.
Not a Maurice Mark.
I like Maurice. She is a wonderful lady. But anyway, she's very beautiful too. But besides that, I was getting to the feud here. There's a new feud, obviously.
Yep, hit it.
Between Miz and Edge boiling up here. They mentioned the Miz being talked about on AEW. I want to talk about this real quick, though.
Yeah.
The Miz and Maurice have done this once before, where they challenged somebody else and a girl, which was John Cena and Nikki.
John Cena.
So now you think Betty Phoenix comes out and assists her man? First of all, that's a couple to be reckoned with.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes,
definitely.
They're way scarier than John Cena and
Yeah.
Nikki Bella.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's just going to be the feud for a while, it sounds kind of more like a Mania match.
It's a good feud. I like it.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of The Miz. I'm a big fan of all his work, how hard he's worked through all the years. So I was excited to see him back. I liked how he was, Maurice was trying to talk him up. Like, he was the best dancer on that show.
Yeah.
And Edge is like, but didn't he get eliminated like ninth?
It's finished tonight.
So Seth Rollins. So it's announced Seth Rollins versus Big E at day 1, which is the first day of the year. They're doing this event thing
In Atlanta.
But however, that isn't until Rollins interferes in the main event that has decided that Kevin Owens, my big bro, joins the match to make it a throuple now at day 1.
Throuple.
Also on Monday Night Raw, we had Becky versus Liv's contract signing with a hell of a promo from Liv Morgan.
Best one she's ever
That's
had.
a good one.
Yep.
Only one I still think it's the only one that she's ever cut.
And
I don't think she's ever spoken before. And
she mentioned, go ahead, Primo. You're probably
That's all I got for Raw.
I was going to say, she mentioned, Becky's and her big contract is the reason why, her friends don't have jobs.
Yep.
So referencing to the former Riot Squad that's been cut. So, yeah. But, I mean, honestly.
Where's Sarah Logan?
Nowhere that I've seen.
She's still on the roster. I don't think she didn't get cut.
Well, I mean, yes, she did get cut a long time ago. Yeah.
Before Ruby.
Well, fuck you Ruby. Then.
Yeah, she's I'm not 100% sure, but I think her and one of the Viking Raiders she's married to.
Ivor.
Eric and Ivor. Eric and Haggard the Horrible.
Anyway.
Garnbar.
But she referenced both of those, getting cut. So that was, but honestly, y'all, the promos when they push these boundaries like this, although be it's a kind of a shitty dig, when they get in those real life moments, that's, I'm interested in Liv and Becky now because of that promo, because of them, you know what I mean? Pushing the actual boundaries. Is Liv going to go over? No, but you know what I mean?
No.
At least I'm interested now because, she's, giving her, kind of poking her in the side,
Real quick, on a lighter note, one last thing I do want to talk about. It happened last Monday, which we were on live last Monday, so we completely skipped that episode of Raw. But it was the funniest thing I've seen RK Bro do in a while when Riddle came out dressed and looked just like Randy Orton.
Yes.
He had
He had the mustache
Thing.
and the goatee. And he was like, hit our music.
Yes. That's what made me pop hard, man. He goes, hit our music, and he's looking at Randy with this, I'm going to fucking kill and take over the world,
right?
Acting like you right now, man.
Randy's like, this
that was
motherfucker,
so gold, man. It's so gold. Primo, are you getting one of those Hey Randy shirts?
Hey Randy, yeah, I have to.
Randy.
Yeah, yes,
and then
did.
This week, Riddle put a wig on Randy.
Yeah.
So I thought for sure you did the Bro Derek last week. I thought you want to look just like me. You put some wig on him. He's like, don't ever do that again.
That's so
when I
good.
saw this, I was like, that reminds me a lot of Wigberg right now, and I don't like that so much when Goldust put the wig on Goldberg.
Yep.
So moving on to
Wigberg.
NXT, we had it's basically just one big build up to War Games. Kaylee Ray defeats Dakota Kai, giving the Kaylee Ray's team the advantage for the War Games ladder match on the women's side, and Braun Breaker defeated Johnny Gargano, doing the same thing for the NXT 2.0 men's team for their War Games matchup. After a full night of build-up, the show goes off the air with both men's teams brawling in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, are y'all interested in this at all?
Yeah, so you got NXT 2.0, and then you got we'll talk about the breakdown of the matches here in a minute, but we got NXT 2.0, which is basically the New Blood versus the Black and Gold
Millionaires Club.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting a giant smack of Vince Russo off of this, and I don't like it. I am not on board with this. I don't even want to watch.
This story's been done before, and it's just like, I mean, it could be good, but also my biggest take out of all this was a week ago. I think it was a week ago. Ciampa helps up Johnny Gargano.
That was cool.
And we're like, DIY before Johnny leaves?
DIY, I know, yeah.
One last DIY run?
Yeah, a couple things I wanted to say too. Roman back on SmackDown. It was kind of funny him hitting. I guess kind of going to Raw. He's talking about, I might not be here much longer.
Yeah, he's like, you notice how much longer I'll be here.
Yeah. So that was kind of funny. Pat McAfee was hilarious. I'm loving him more. And I don't know. I'm kind of starting to feel a little bit of a hint maybe that Finn Balor might win the Rumble.
I was just going to say that. Yep, that's my pick.
That's a good pick. That's a solid pick.
Yeah. I don't know if it's as good a pick as AJ would be as far as making sense. AJ Styles, that is.
Not AJ, you.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? But there's kind
You'll
of
be at the Rumble, but you're not allowed in the ring.
I love Finn and Rollins, by the way.
You lost your titty.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on to the NXT War Games card real quick. And
also really quick, Finn Balor is an awesome pick. And when we were talking about Roman or the Royal Rumble, I was going to say Finn Balor should win it, but he won't. It'll be AJ Styles. I'm okay with that. Okay, sorry, Primo. The champ has interrupted you, and the champ apologizes.
Yeah, I can no longer tell you not to interrupt the champ because I'm not the champ anymore, so I just have to put up with it. One last thing I want to talk about, going back to last week, the Seth Rollins incident.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about
the
that.
fan attack.
It was
What a dumbass.
He got
first of all,
blindsided.
yes.
Go ahead.
And Seth Rollins would murder you. And
Yeah.
like if you're like absolutely like this wrestling's fake. It doesn't matter. He will murder you. Also,
He's
now
like
you're going to jail.
CrossFit Jesus, and he
Yes.
will absolutely end you. So I saw a thing afterwards, it's kind of like a little TMZ type interview as Seth was trying to get to his car. He's basically like, look, yeah, WWE's going to charge him, and he was just trying to basically subdue him until security got there and did their job. He wasn't trying to harm the guy.
Sure.
So, which is
Oh,
smart. He's a
Yeah.
public figure. So
yeah. I mean, the old school days, they would beat the shit out
Triple
of
H beating
You know
the
what I'm
shit.
saying? Yeah. I mean, we've seen it happen plenty of times, but
the outsiders beating the shit out of him.
Or whenever that one dude attacked Bret Hart at the Hall of Fame. Fuck.
Yeah. Like Seth didn't see him coming, which happens a lot. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I always think that's the best move is to grab him and subdue him because you never know if this idiot has a knife. If he's, you never know what they're trying to do. So, you know what I mean? Any way you can kind of hold him down, you know what I mean? Especially if he didn't really kind of like see him coming. It looked like he seen him at the very last second, maybe.
And I just think, look, you get into their world, you have every right to get knocked the fuck out.
Sure.
Yep. If you're going to do that, you should.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, I'm not a
I'm
violent
never
person.
a fan of this happening.
Yeah, no, I'm not either. It's you shouldn't do that. It's unsafe, There's nothing good about it. Anyway, moving on. Let's get to the NXT War Games card.
Do we have to?
Start at the bottom. Speaking of, I just now watched Tournament of Death 8. We were just talking about this on Snapchat a little while ago.
Yeah.
NXT Cruiserweight Championship match, Roddy Strong versus Joe Gacy.
Yeah, Roddy retained.
Which I see him in a completely different light now.
Yes, I know, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
So I didn't know much about Joe Gacy. I knew a little bit.
More about him now.
More about him now, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from reading the book.
Yeah. Yeah,
how far are you
almost done. I'm about 220 out of 260 pages.
Tell everybody what you're reading.
Oh yeah, I'm reading. I have it with me. It's in my desk at work. I'm reading Mox, which by John Mox himself. So it's a great read. I thought it's interesting how he's such a funny dude. He's
amazing.
so funny, and he is a great storyteller and gives great details on the smallest things. He's a great story writer.
Yes. Primo's book reporter of the week.
Yeah. No, but I'm really enjoying it. I definitely recommend it. It's not that long. It's only like 260, 280 pages, something like that.
It's super. It goes really fast though. And Primo, I'm glad you're reading it because I've been dying to talk to someone about it, but
I can't wait
till anyone else has read it.
Dirty reads it, so we can really unwrap it.
Hell yeah!
So moving on, that was the NXT Cruiserweight Championship match between Roddy Strong and Joe Gacy. Next up, we have the NXT Tag Team Championship match of the world.
Holla!
Imperium versus Cool Cow and Von Wagner.
Von Wagner.
What do you think, AJ? Pick a winner.
I don't. Between
New or
Cool
retain?
Kyle and
New champs or retain?
New champs. They're gonna switch over all the belts to the 2.0 turds, like every single one.
Cool Kyle's not 2.0.
Which that's why I was very surprised by this because he's not 2.0.
When does his contract up?
January.
It's just weird seeing Bobby Fish and Adam Cole on AEW, and Colt Kyle is like he was left behind.
Yeah, well, he was the worst member of Undisputed Era.
Well, I was gonna say out of the three, Kyle was my third favorite. So
mine too. I was not. I liked him, but
I like Cole and Fish.
Yep,
you like Roddy Strong as the fourth member more than you like the.
Yes, I do actually. Roderick Strong.
Moving on, hair versus hair match. Cameron Grimes versus Duke Hudson.
Wow, we haven't done To the Moon in a long time.
To the moon.
We haven't. Hey, man, hair versus hair is a throwback to the old days, man. So somebody's gonna get bald.
Probably my favorite one is Kurt Angle Edge.
Yeah. I kind of.
Wait, was this when Kurt Angle was already bald?
No. No,
he wasn't involved at that
he
point.
had hair.
Primo, who gets their haircut on this one?
Duke Hudson.
Okay.
as he should.
Yeah.
Not much.
He's gonna be one tall. Isn't he Australian? Right.
Yeah. He's gonna look like
I was
Cesaro.
just making sure I get his residence right. One tall, bald Aussie.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna look like the Australian version of Cesaro.
Yeah.
Haven't done that in a while either.
Oh, so
This is a throwback episode. I love it.
the women's War Games ladder match, Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan,
Awesome.
Missy Jane, and Mandy Rose, baby. Also
Champion, baby.
Dakota Kai, baby, versus Cora Jade, Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez, and Kaylee Ray. Now we know that Kaylee Ray, that their team has the advantage, which obviously anybody that's ever watched War Games, you know the advantage is they get to enter first, and they'll be the first team with 2 people.
Yeah, the heels always get the advantage.
Yeah. AJ, who wins this one?
I honestly don't know. And the sad thing about this is I don't care.
I think the Toxic Attraction team wins.
See, I don't.
They have a lot of belts,
Maybe-
not to.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
the champ. They have all the gold.
It
They
makes
do,
sense.
but I don't think baby faces should ever win War Games. Like, this doesn't make logistical sense because, like you said, like
Games!
heels
And
can beat the shit out of them. Like
Men's
right away.
War Game match. You got the OG Black and Gold, which I saw a debate online, by the way. L.A. Knight, let me talk to you. They're considering him not, OG Black and Gold, but I mean
I would consider him.
he was on Black and Gold for a little
Yeah.
bit, but not like the rest of them. I definitely not like the rest of them. I agree with that, but he's definitely also a ring vet. He's not a new.
Yeah.
He's not
Plus-
a new boot like the rest of them.
Plus, he's better than 2.0. Not that 2.0 sucks, but yeah, 2.0 sucks. He's better than 2.0.
Let me talk to you. So
They
you
got to
got
get the belt on him.
men's War Games match, which is the 2.0 team: Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, which he called him. What did he call him? Shit. He says uncle because he goes nephew, booty daddy, or something like that.
Yeah, daddy.
That's what Johnny Gargano said.
The crowd's starting to bark, too. You notice that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Diner.
Braun Breaker. Oh, and last week also Tommaso did the math to him.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Why are they not calling him the dog-faced gremlin? Like, that's... Or the dog... Like,
Well,
or
they're
the
also not
something.
using the Steiner name, so
Yeah,
just
they're not
kinda
using Steiner
avoiding it.
name at all.
I know. It's,
Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Grayson Waller, and Tony D'Angelo versus Black and Gold, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, LA Knight, and Pete Dunne. A stacked team.
Yes, but guess who wins this match? What are you giggling at?
It's like... I was just thinking about this. It's like when Hogan was Captain America. You know what I mean? With Braun Breaker. It's like they're trying
we know
to...
it's you.
We know
We
it's
know
you,
it's you.
Steiner, but you're Braun Breaker. We know it's you, Hogan. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's what I don't know.
Braun
Breaker.
Breaker.
I was thinking about
That was me. That was me every time I saw Mr. America.
We know it's you.
It's like how does Vince McMahon not know?
right. He's got the same
was-
mustache.
So
That
who
was
wins,
32
the
at the
men's
end.
Black and Gold or the men's 2.0 team?
2.0.
I would hope that the Black and Gold just beats the shit out of them.
They should,
Dude,
given
they
the
got
amount
Pete
of
Dunne, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Wrestling.
They
Come
should have put
on.
more stip on it. Like, if the old guys win, we go back to the old set. The old NXT.
Yeah, go back.
Yeah.
Oh, I would
Gold.
love to go back to the old set.
Or if
we'll,
the new
we'll mix them. It'll be
school-
black and pink.
if the new school wins, then we stay right here in this new,
Garbage arena.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's tie-dye
Oh.
ring.
God,
Yeah,
it's
that's the
awful.
whole card. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches.
Okay. I mean, I'm definitely going to watch that for sure.
The War
I mean,
Games matches will take a little bit of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be half the show. Will be the 2 War Game matches.
Yeah. I'm probably hooked forever because I've seen War Games live like in the 90s, and then I saw it in Chicago like 2 years ago when Ciampa and Cole went off
That
the
was the
top.
KO one, right?
Yeah.
That
when
one
KO
One of the
came
best
out, yeah.
matches ever.
Yeah, it was great, man. So I'm definitely watching. So, but yeah, good recap there, boys. Now it's time to get into a little fun here. It's time for the Dropkick discussion of the week. this week is one of the things we're going to be doing here monthly, roughly. We're going to be doing what we call the Marks Mock Draft. And basically what we're doing is we are coming up with our own promotions that we are naming. And then we're going to be drafting singles wrestlers, tag teams, general managers, women's wrestlers, champions, all different kind of stuff. There's going to be different stipulations each time. And then, in about 6 or 7 months' time, we're going to come back and kind of look at our rosters and see what we got here and kind of match them up. So think wrestler fantasy, fantasy football, fantasy draft, but in the wrestler realm. So today we are drafting 7 singles wrestlers, and we're going to designate 5 as our starting 5. 2 bench wrestlers. We're going to come up with our names of our promotions, and then we're going to make our singles picks. So the only stipulation basically for this particular round is any wrestler drafted cannot have a championship of any kind in any promotion anywhere in the world, and has to be an active wrestler. Can't be sidelined from injuries. Basically has to be active right now at this moment. They cannot be booked right now. But as long as they're active, not on the sidelines, they are eligible. So randomly, we drawed before we started here to see who was going to go first. AJ won. So he's going to have the very first pick. I'm going to go second. Primo's going to go third. Now, originally, card subject to change. We were supposed to have Adam on today because he was going to do his draft with us as well. So he was unable to make it. So he's going to come back next time and do it with us and with the tag teams, and we'll get him all caught up. So, but for today, we're going to be drafting here. So, all right. So any singles wrestler is eligible. Like I said, you can't take one half. You can't take like Montez Ford, from the Street Profits. It's got to be an actual singles wrestler, not a tag team wrestler. So we're going to start off with the names of our promotions first. I want to know here are names of our promotions here. So I think AJ was probably the most excited about this. AJ, what's the name of your promotion? And then me and Primo will tell you ours, and then we will get started.
Well, GFW is coming into existence right now, and that stands for Glue Factory Wrestling.
Oh,
Glue
my God.
Factory Wrestling.
God. Let me write that down.
Is the name of my promotion.
Oh, my God. Glue Factory Wrestling.
And yes, I giggled to myself like an idiot child when I thought of Glue Factory Wrestling.
So backstory, Glue Factory jokes come up a lot in this podcast. It always seems to come out of AJ's mouth at some point. All right. The name of my promotion is Hot Wrestling, HOT. Why? Because the heels are on top.
Heels are on
top. Hot Wrestling is the name of my promotion. We're going to be the hottest promotion out there. Primo, what's the name?
Top.
Heels on top. Heels on top. Primo, what's the name of your promotion?
I still don't have one.
Man, you've had.
I know. I cannot think of this.
like 3 months.
I know. I can't decide on one. I'm just gonna, for now, subject to change. But
all right. Well, I'll tell you what. You got to have yours by the time we draft.
For now, we'll go with the PWL, which is the Primo Wrestling League.
All right, that'll work. PWL.
Okay. If you can't think of a final one, we get to decide what.
That's fine. Yeah. By the time we do this again, if I can't think of a final one,
okay,
you guys can decide.
Good. All right, let's get this thing kicked off here with the Marks draft. We're running snake style. So, AJ, get us kicked off here with the very first pick in the Marks mock draft, man. Who you taking to start off your promotion?
Well, I was kind of hoping that I would not have the first pick because now I have a decision to make. But I'm going to go with Bryan Danielson. My first pick is Bryan Danielson.
Even on my list?
Quick
synopsis, why and when.
Because he is currently the best wrestler in the world, and he's a guy that you can build a promotion around, like the entire thing. Sure. He's the number one guy. There's maybe 3 number 1 guys that I could think of that I would want in this position, and Bryan Danielson just happens to be the best at it right now. So Bryan Danielson, number 1.
I totally agree.
Glue Factory Wrestling takes Bryan Danielson.
All right, and Danielson has no title, so yeah. So all right, for me, for my first pick, I mean, this guy's possibly the GOAT. I don't think he's got any titles right now, but it's Chris Jericho for me. I mean, he's got to be. I mean, how many? Jericho can be plugged in how many different ways? How many?
All of them.
Heel, promo. Yeah, he's very adaptable. He makes your crowd pop. He can be an announcer if I need him to be. You know what I mean? He's very, very versatile.
He was one of the 3 that I was talking about when I was trying to decide who I wanted to take first.
I mean, I feel like if I did not take him, like I would, I'd probably definitely feel bad.
All hail the Ayatollah
of rock and roller.
Primo, you get 2 picks here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
2 snake draft, baby.
Yep, 2 picks, and then we're coming back to me.
All right, so my first pick. That's funny. You took Chris Jericho. I'm a big fan of Chris Jericho. Over this past year or so, I've become a big fan of this guy. That you talk about centering your promotion around somebody you can build the promotion around. This guy is currently on fire. So I'm gonna let you hear this. But it's I paused it because it glitched out on me, but you got it there. It's MJF as my first pick of the draft. The PWL takes MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, or my jealous fan.
My jerk-off friend.
Hot on the mic, and he can wrestle too. He's a great person to build the company around. I'm going to go with some young guns here at the beginning, so MJF is my number 1 pick. Number 2 pick of the PWL. You can't have one pillar and not have another. I'm going to go with none other than he would have been growing up right now, my favorite wrestler in the entire world would be Darby Allin.
You turd.
So my number 2 pick is Darby Allin.
Damn it.
Very nice. Very nice. All right.
I'm fine with it.
Hot wrestling, heels on top, second round pick here. I'm going with another a versatile wrestler. This is the guy when I'm looking at my list, I keep going back to. You know what I'm saying? He's got the awesome dance going on right now. I'm taking Seth Rollins, baby.
Damn it.
Oh, okay. Good one. He was coming up on my list.
That was
Rollins, man.
Number 3 on my like the ones I wanted to take for Bryan Danielson, Chris Jericho, Seth Rollins.
Another guy that who can be whatever you want him to be. Bounce back and forth. He can be a face. He can be a heel. He can sell tickets or make your fan base mad. Either way, pretty cool to have old Sethy here.
Burn it down!
I miss Burn It Down.
I love the new jam.
I do too.
All right, AJ, you got 2 picks, man. Your last second round pick, and then your third pick here.
So I wanted to get cute and go New Japan, but I'm not going to. So for my number 2 pick, Finn Balor. How can I not take Finn Balor for my? I know, obviously.
He was actually my next up in my mock draft.
Finn Balor. He's
Finn Balor, baby.
He's not the best talker in the world, but he's still super charismatic without saying anything. And he's one of the most talented guys, and he has a built-in awesome gimmick. How do you not take Finn Balor second, obviously? And he's my favorite wrestler in the world right now, so...
Demon.
There it is.
Good stuff. All right, man. Who's the first pick of the third round, AJ?
First pick of the third round. Let's go back to my list here. Cross off Finn Balor. I don't think he's available, so I don't know if it counts. So I'm just going to ignore him right now. And
we can, you can throw it out there. We can.
John Moxley. Is John Moxley considered on the shelf right now?
Yeah, he's on the shelf. Yeah,
he's inactive.
Yep. You'll have to maybe pick him up later on.
Well, we're gonna go CM Punk then.
Okay.
Ooh.
Just because another guy you can build around. The entire promotion.
I'm just realizing that CM Punk and Bryan Danielson were not even on my list.
How is that even possible?
When did I make this list? Was it before they came back?
Was it in May? Is that when you made the list? Yeah, CM Punk. I can't believe he got to this part in the draft without anyone taking him. So yeah, fucking CM Punk. PG Punky. Get in there.
All right. Next up for me, man, is heels on top, right? So I got to go get a heel. You know what I mean? And heels on top, man.
I love it.
Hot wrestling, baby. Hot wrestling.
It's a very humpy kind of name.
It is. I know. That's why I like it. We're going to be an edgy promotion. All right, so I'm going to get a heel here. This guy is probably my favorite heel in wrestling right now. You know what I mean? So, when he wants to be, of course. So of course I'm going with Kevin Owens.
Yes.
He was.
I mean, he's my favorite wrestler, you know what I mean? So I got to have him on there. Honestly, like in this slot right here, I had Sami Callihan, but, he's hurt. So,
I have a prediction about Kevin Owens. I think he is going to have a unbelievably good 2022. I'm going to call it right now. Kevin Owens is going to be one of the wrestlers of the year in 2022.
All right. Primo, you're up, man. 2 straight picks here. You got your third and fourth pick.
Primo.
So I'm just gonna get straight to it.
Do it. Boom! Nice.
Talk about needing a heel. Talk about just keeping the young talent. That's my pick. Adam Cole, baby.
He was. I would have grabbed him next. Yeah, I would have grabbed him next. Honestly,
he was next up for me too.
Another versatile guy there. You got to get him. Next pick.
My next pick is a little. You need some muscle. You need some muscle in there. So, I kind of put him further down because I didn't think I'd actually get to him. But I'm gonna go with the former TNT champion Miro.
Oh, nice. You fucking turd.
Very nice.
You just took my next kill.
PWL selects Adam Cole and Miro.
Your stupid generic wrestling program bullshit. Bah!
We're a balanced program.
Yes, we are.
You just took 2 of mine.
All right, well, I'm going next with another versatile guy. This guy, he's going to make you laugh. He's, he can be mean if he needs to. He's got one of the best finishers in wrestling called the Lethal Injection. This guy can be machismo if you need him to be. I'm taking Jay Lethal, man, the new AEW signing. Give me Jay Lethal all day of the week, man. This is another guy that can do it all. And, That's
a great pick.
Yeah, I mean.
I didn't even think of Jay Lethal.
Yeah,
I'm kind of mad at myself.
Got to go with Jay Lethal. All right, AJ, we're back to you, man. You're going to make 2 straight picks here. You got number 4 and 5 coming up. So these are going to round out your starters.
Rounding out my starters. So I don't really have any true heels. So we're going to take with pick number 4, Malachi Black.
Nice. Very good.
Because he's fucking awesome, and he's the best heel out there right now, so I'm going to take him.
I like that.
I love Malachi Black. He needs to move on from Cody Rhodes. And then, with pick number 5, the phenomenal me.
Bitch.
AJ Styles.
No, Primo, you don't want none. You don't want none.
Literally my next pick.
I don't want none. I could be AJ Styles' singer guy. I couldn't be.
You think you
so those are my 4 and 5. I'm kind of happy with.
All right, so my next pick, boys, I'm going to start bolstering up the women's division, man, here a little early, man. Right off the bat, I'm going to take, a girl that we all know a whole ton about.
Boss time.
Interesting first choice for a women's wrestler.
It's Snoop Dogg's cousin.
It is.
It
probably won't be on the table by the time we come around to picking women's. So I'm going to jump in that women's division and short up right off the bat. One of my girls, Sasha.
Yeah, at the moment, the PWL is nothing but a sausage fest.
Yep, mine too. Well, mainly because the woman that I want to draft first is currently injured. Little hint.
All right,
so
I'm
not going to draft her anyways.
Of the 5th round here, Primo, who is the PWL taking?
So I recently took some muscle in the form of the former TNT champion Miro. I also need a veteran, somebody who is also somebody that's a big dude that can compete with Miro, give him some good matches, but also do squash some little guys. I need a beast.
Oh,
I need Brock Lesnar.
Dun, 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 dun,
Also,
dun, dun,
not even on not on my list at all.
Right, yeah. So that's my pick number 5.
That's a little sneaker pick in there.
Yeah, another guy you kind of forget about, don't have a title.
It's weird that Brock Lesnar is considered a sleeper in this fucking little draft right here. I mean, it's Brock goddamn Lesnar.
First pick of the 6th round. We got 2 picks left. Primo, who you taking?
Well, let me just tell you, this guy, he will show you the way. His name is Johnny Gargano as my number 6 pick in the draft.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I've never been a Johnny fan.
I like Johnny.
Really?
No. Yeah. He's a solid performer.
Oh yeah, not
Johnny
worth
Gargano.
ethic. Yeah, I'm not a Johnny fan. So all right, so my next pick, man, I'm gonna take this guy probably just because of he's versatile against a whole ton of people and he can sell seats. This is actually an old one. There we go.
Yes, it is.
You think you know me? You think you know me?
You think you know me? You think you know me? Thank you.
All right, so yeah, I'm taking Edge with my 6th pick. AJ, take us home, man. You got 2 picks here. Who you going with?
So, did I already take AJ Styles? I did already take AJ Styles. So we've got 2 picks. First up, gonna take Cesaro.
Nice.
Gotta take Cesaro.
Swiss Superman.
And book him properly.
Yep. Right. Book him as he's supposed to be.
Yes. That's another guy that you really could build a company around, but no one ever did. And then with my 7th pick, I'm going to piss off Adam a whole bunch. Just because.
And me too, I think.
I'm going to take Daniel Makabe for my 7th goddamn pick. I was going to take him higher, but yeah, I got to sneak him in there. He's my favorite new wrestler that I found in the past year. So, and he's awesome, and he has a fantastic record collection. So that's my 7 right there, boys. Blue Factory
7?
Wrestling booked. Yeah, Cesaro and Daniel Makabe.
All right. Well, for my last pick, I'm taking one for the ladies. I'm taking one for the old ladies. I'm taking one for the young kids. I'm taking one for the future champion of the world. I'm taking Jungle Boy.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say John Cena, and
I
was
did too. Interesting.
No, this guy's going to sell tickets later on in my, years down the road in my promotion. Yeah, he's going to have crowd participation. All right, AJ, last pick of this draft here, and we're going to sum it up.
No, not AJ.
I'm sorry, Primo.
I'm
I was
done.
looking right at you saying AJ. Primo, I'm sorry.
Double Jack Perry. So I like when they call him that. Anyway, you know what? He doesn't have a championship right now. I have my own promotion. I would be an idiot if I didn't get to Book, my favorite wrestler in the whole world.
I was wondering when you were going to take him.
At number 7, we have
Make a dick hard right there.
That'll make the dick hard right there.
That'll make a dick hard right there. Yep. Jeff Hardy from Cameron, North Carolina. Jeff Hardy.
All right, Primo. Who belongs in the Primo Wrestling League here to start us off? Who's your starting 5? Who's your bench 2 right now?
Are they in order or
any way you want?
In order of the draft?
My
My starting 5 would be... Well, yeah. My starting 5 would be MJF, Darby Allin, Adam Cole, baby, Miro.
Choices.
Jeff Hardy. And my bench consists of Brock Lesnar and Johnny Wrestling.
Brock Lesnar is riding the pine. I love it.
Maybe that's why I drafted. I could put him on the bench.
But you just sideline him. Be like 90s Vince.
Yeah.
All right. For the heels on top, the hot wrestling, my starting 5, I'm going Jericho, Rollins, Owens, probably Sasha Banks and Edge. I'm going to put Jay Lethal and Jungle Boy on the bench for now because you can use them later. So AJ, Glue Factory Wrestling, man.
Who's your starters again?
Jericho, Rollins, Owens, Banks, and Edge. Putting Jungle Boy and Jay Lethal on the bench at the moment.
All right. Mine, we're going to go the order they are drafted, actually. Bryan Danielson, Finn Balor, CM Punk, Malachi Black, and AJ Styles with Cesaro and Daniel Makabe on the bench.
All right. Well, that is the Dropkick discussion of the week, and that will close out our very first Mark's mock draft here. We'll be back at the end of the month we're going to draft 5 tag teams.
Can I just talk about a few other...
No.
Since there was originally going to be 4 people here drafting, so I actually had a much longer list of my mock draft. Can I just say a few names that we didn't get to say? Sami Zayn, Andrade.
I considered Andrade.
Braun Breaker being a new guy.
Not even on my list.
Eddie Kingston.
Nor would he be. Eddie Kingston was on my list.
Pete Dunne. For me personally, Xavier Woods, Austin Theory, and last one, Santos Escobar.
Escobar. Interesting.
Yep, so we'll be back at the end of the month to start our next round here. We're going to be interested to see how our rosters fold as we go along here. So, all right, let's get to what's going on this weekend, guys. First show that we are sponsoring this Friday night, December the 3rd, Iron Spirit Pro presents Back to Normal, sponsored by your boys here, the Sit Down Marks. Logan was just on our last podcast. Go check that out if you're heading to the show or want to know about Iron Spirit Pro, who is a big promotion here in Central Illinois. If you're watching right now on YouTube, I got the fight card up on the screen. Brew Baker in the main event versus Ace Perry. Craig Mitchell's going to be there. CJ Esparza, Mad Dog Connolly, Cardini. It's going to be a fun time, AJ. We're going to be out there this Friday night at the show giving out free merch. It's going to be fun, right?
It's going to be awesome. And come to the show, and when you see the ring, it will have been constructed in part by both Dirty Bird and myself. That's right, we get to be on the ring crew. We are super excited also about, being hired labor. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be great.
Help those guys out tomorrow, and
hell yeah,
look forward to that one. So, tickets at ironspiritpro.com. Get out there this Friday night at the Normal Community Activity Center. Come meet us, see a great wrestling show, and it's going to be a good time. But if you can't make it to there, make sure you get to Saturday night up in Sterling, Illinois. Another show that we are sponsoring with Zawa Live Wrestling. The show is called Dreaming of a Fight Christmas. If you're watching right now on YouTube, we have the fight card up. It's going to be Saturday night, December the 4th, 6 o'clock at the Moose Lodge there in Sterling, Illinois. Tickets are $10 if you bring $15 if you bring a a toy worth at least $5 for toys or tots, you get $5 off. Kids 5 and under are free. Looking forward to that, man. We appreciate them letting us sponsor the show. It's going to be a big show down there Saturday night, AJ. We just seen the card released. Hart and Bauer and Braxton are going at it in the main event. We're going to be there giving away free merch and stuff as well. Hey, looking forward to Zawa Saturday night, right?
Hart and Bauer scares me. Like in the ring, he does. He's a scary dude. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to being there as well.
He's my kind of wrestler, man. I like Hart and Bauer. I've seen him wrestle for quite a while too. So the
first time I saw him, I was like, this guy's fucking awesome and terrifying. But like he has that stare.
Yeah, like first time you guys seen him alive was at AAW. He came out with John E. Bravo,
right,
from Impact. And
I was lucky enough. I saw him at the last Iron Spirit Pro show. Their first one back in July. Hart and Bauer was there, which is really cool. Yeah, nice. That was, however, the first time that I saw him, and he's awesome. I'm really I've never been to Sterling, Illinois. I haven't actually either. So it's gonna be fun. Also, yes, Primo has been to Sterling many times.
I've been to Sterling, Virginia. It's like
that doesn't count.
It's like 20 minutes from me.
Anyway, we're gonna FaceTime you in for both shows. We're gonna put like a chair
I'll
up
be here
and then
waiting. Just like I'm gonna be here, like, man, wonder what the guys are doing right now.
Just sitting car, you were like, "Hey, Primo,
Primo,
what are you doing? It's Randy."
Oh, I so wish my name was Randy.
Yeah, looking forward to it, though, man. We're going to be at either one of those shows this Friday and this Saturday. We're lucky enough to sponsor these shows. So get out there to them. Iron Spirit Pro, Friday night in Normal, Illinois. Saturday night, Zawa Live Wrestling in Sterling, Illinois. So, but yeah, getting back to Zawa Live Wrestling, they just had a show a couple weeks ago, Riding the Gravy Train, that just got put up on IWTV. I went and checked that one out, and I watched Hart and Bauer's match. So me and Primo were actually we just got to talk to Hart and Bauer not too long ago. It was cool to get to talk to him. I seen him wrestle in a lot of different promotions around Illinois. How cool was it to talk to Hart and Bauer, right?
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to say a second ago also was just by actually speaking to the man, he's a cool dude.
Really is, man.
Really good conversation. We had him on. We had a good talk with him, and I feel like he'll be coming back to the pod to have another talk with us. He was a good guy to talk to.
Am I still going to be scared of him after listening to this interview?
Probably less scared.
You will be less scared of him, but there is a part. I remembered once again. There's a part of this interview that specifically we said during the interview that AJ is gonna get a kick out of it.
Yes.
Well, let's get to it here. This is the interview with Zawa Live champion Hart and Bauer, talking about this Saturday night show coming up and everything that he's been doing here lately. So check out our interview here with Zawa Live champion Hart and Bauer. Really cool to get to talk to Zawa Live champion Hart and Bauer there, man. It was cool, man. We didn't have enough time with him. I could have kicked back and had a few beers with him, man. Me and Primo were loving getting to hang out and talk with him there.
Yeah, I know, right? All I gotta say is ranch with eggs, huh? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You'll hear
weird.
Listen to that some more. You'll get more. I mean,
that. I'm gonna try it now, just out of sheer curiosity.
Probably should. Stuff. But yeah, this Saturday night, can't wait to get out there and check out that show. And make sure you follow Hart and Bauer on all his social medias. All right, time to close the show. I want to thank Coastland Apparel for sponsoring the show. Use promo code BIRDTV for 15% off of your order. Primo, tell the masses, where can they download the brand new Sit Down Marks pod that is debuting on YouTube right now? Where can they get it in their ears?
Well, Mark's masses. Once again, it's me, Primo, here, giving you an announcement of where you can find us.
I love this new thing. It's awesome.
So it's no longer Twitch. You can go ahead and get Twitch the hell out of here.
Oh, yeah,
it's now YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, Radio, And Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. I didn't mean that to you, Dirty. I was talking to the
It's
masses.
okay, though. I need to fix that.
I just realized after I said that. Yeah. Anyway, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Prime Music, Audible. Now on SportsWire Online Radio Live, Fridays at 6:15 Eastern Standard Time, right after the
Number one
Global Sports Show, the Thomas Bryce Show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star review. And if you love the pod, you know what? Even if you like the pod, give us a 5-star review. 3 stars and under are not tolerated. No, I'm just kidding. We love it. We love any reviews. We love any reviews. They actually help out the pod. Tell us what we're doing. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Also, tell your friends, tell your family members, and just keep listening. Thank you.
Also, does it count that? So you know how Spotify does the year-end, like you get your year-end review of like everything you listen to, or like your top artists.
Yeah.
Sit Down Marks was my number 1 podcast.
Hey,
Which it doesn't count because I'm on the goddamn show.
It better than though.
I know. Like, what if it was like Pod Save America, which I do listen to a lot.
That tells me you've been supporting the pod. That's good.
Yep.
Well, I like to see where I fuck up. So it's like I'll study. I'll be like, way too many verbal pauses there. Not verbal pauses. Audible. See, like right now, I'm gonna go listen to this and be like, hey, see AJ right there. You fucked up.
All right, let's get to the MMA picks of the week. We didn't have any picks last week, but AJ got himself back up to 17-17 here overall. Yeah. All right, AJ, we're going to stay above 500 here. Let's make some picks. Curtis versus Allen.
Curtis.
Hill versus Crute.
Crute. I don't know why that's funny to me, but I'm going with it.
Santos versus Guida.
Santos.
Fiziev versus Radel.
Fiziev? Say his name one more time.
Fiziev?
Yeah, we got to go with Fiziev.
Okay. And then main event, Font versus Aldo.
Primo's gonna be nothing. Aldo.
All right. Now for your MMA lock of the week, Primo here helping out all the gamblers. He is 2-1 coming in here to this week. Primo, help out the gamblers. Who is your UFC lock of the week on this card?
So your main event is Rock Font versus Jose Aldo. And Rock Font has a professional record ranking 4. Jose with 30 and 7, but he's still one of the baddest dudes in that division. So I got to give a lock to Jose Aldo.
Yes. All right, there you go.
Also, just a little side note there. Brad Rydell and Rafael Fiziev both have a 10-1 record. So that's interesting.
Interesting. All right. Quick notes here, guys. Feuds that you're looking forward to here to finish the year. I mean, I gotta say Punk MJF probably.
Yep. Punk MJF.
Rock and Roman.
No. Punk MJF and Miz Edge for me.
Okay.
I'm liking Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens,
and another one too. Rollins and everything that Rollins is doing.
Yep.
I think
he's got like a 4-way feud going on. He's got like one with Balor, one with Big E, one with AO. He's just pissing everybody off.
What wrestler you guys think is going to break out in 2022? One guy's going to have a big year. Dante Martin.
Dante Martin.
I'm going to stick with my theme earlier of talking about Finn Balor. I think he's going to have they're going to put some cards on him next year. I think he's going to have a big year. Primo, who you think, man?
I think somebody's going to have a big year, meaning they haven't already had a good year in the past. I would say, damn, that's hard. But I want to say my mind keeps going back to him. I think Riddle will have a good career, a good career for 2022. I think that eventually, the RK Bros going to go apart, and Riddle's going to go back to that singles run. So
okay.
Actually, I'm changing my answer to Finn Balor. I'm agreeing.
AJ,
drafted the guy. Like, how can I?
AJ, give us the preview of next week, man. We're going to dive into our ECW for ECW December month. What else is going on?
Next week we like you said, barely legal. I believe 97 is the first one that we're doing. Barely legal 97. We will have all the recaps and stuff about Iron Spirit Pro and Zawa. Also next week on the show is make sure I get this right.
Our interview.
It's Rabbi. Yeah. Rabbi Jeremy. That's what I thought.
Wrestling. Yep.
I don't know why I got those.
Promo school has come back. I got a cool.
Yes!
I'm bringing you guys a cool Road Warriors. We're bringing the Road Warriors.
Are they just going to be shouty?
Yes, they are.
Something Mean Gene.
Yes, they are.
Shouty.
Yep, they are.
Classic.
All right, real quick here, guys. We just had a Thanksgiving. Name 3 wrestlers you would have at your house for Thanksgiving, real quick.
Okay, I can do that. Very written these down. I have 3, and I have reasons for why. So I had my first one was an easy one. It was the very first person I thought of when you told me this the other day. And that was Xavier Woods. Simply because I can have 2 things with him. Intellectual conversation, and we could game together. Like we could just go and just chill and play video games, and we could talk. Whatever, as a side note, we can talk, about, we can have deep conversations about a lot of things. Next up, we have Stone Cold for the complete opposite, which would be just stories. I want to hear his stories, and I want to have a beer with the man.
Right.
Number 3, AJ Styles seems like a genuinely fun dude to be around. He's also, my kind of people from the South, so we would get along great.
Yep.
You actually just picked 2 of mine. That's very, very weird. And Xavier Woods for the exact same reasons, because he's, he'd be just want to sit down and have a conversation with him and then go play video games all night. Like
Exactly.
That's right there. And then AJ Styles, just because I love AJ Styles, he seems like he'd just be hilarious and awesome. Minus the flat earth stuff, of course. There's something to that.
Right.
And then Miro. I would love to have Miro over because he's
on my list. He'd be fun.
Yeah, he would just.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Miro, KO, and Charlotte would be my 3.
Oh,
Charlotte. That doesn't count.
And Charlotte's, she's friends with my wife, so I'd have to have.
Yeah,
her,
you probably met her a bunch.
So we're going to be finishing the year strong here with guests in the interviews coming up. It's going to be fun when we got a surprise guest coming up for our Christmas episode. So looking forward to that. So, all right, before I'll let you guys go here, a quick little video I wanted to bring here. When you watch wrestling or you talk about wrestling or, whatever, the word brother always seems to just, leak into your vocabulary. So funny little video here of Hulk Hogan on talking about brother. Nice little mashup here. So hang tight here. I'm going to load this up and check it out.
I'm aware of how destiny is gonna take its course, brother. Brothers. I'm fighting for life, brother. We've been hanging and banging, brother. 20,000 leagues under the sea is a nice place to deposit somebody, brother. When I set my eyes on you, brother. They'll be trying to drink their own sweat to survive, brother. Vietnam 20 years ago, blow my brother's legs off. Brother. I love him like a brother.
Oh, that was amazing, wasn't it?
I was very sad when I watched the movie, and I don't think he said brother once. He certainly never said brother. It just that's like Hulk's thing, and I loved that. That was so, like the whole time. I'm like, how does he?
Match dedicated to my mother brother.
That's my favorite. Mother brother.
So great. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for the pod today. Make sure you guys come see us this Friday at Iron Spirit Pro in Bloomington, Normal area in Central Illinois, and then Zawa Live Wrestling this Saturday night and Sterling, Illinois. I want to thank Hartenbauer for being on the show. Appreciate you guys being on the pod with me today, boys. Thank y'all. Y'all did an excellent job. Good job, boys.
You did good work too.
Thank you.
Yes,
All right,
yes, he
so
did.
that was
Wonderful,
that's
wonderful.
our first episode on YouTube. So we'll be back here next Wednesday covering ECW Barely Legal and also that second wrestling interview. AJ, take us home, brother.
You know, brother, it's that time of the year again. You know, 'tis the season. It is currently Hanukkah. So I wanted to say happy Hanukkah to everyone. And I apologize if I butchered this horribly. Kappen ze Stickel.